So we are at Canadian Ultimate Championship 2018 in Brampton, Ontario. Welcome to this webcast featuring two teams in the Masters Open Division. We have Queen City Kings, ranked number 2 out of 6 from Regina, that will be playing against number 3 seeded Silverback from Hamilton. So with me, color commentating this game, Nico. Welcome, Nico.
Hi.
Nice to meet you. First time we're meeting today.
Yeah, it's going to be a good game.
Always exciting to meet new people. So the dark jerseys are Silverback, while the white jerseys are Queen City Kings from Regina.
Nice float to the pole.
So talking to the two teams prior to this game, both teams are shooting for a medal here in Brampton. So being seeded number 2 and 3, it's quite legitimate.
Yeah, Silverbacks are actually looking to medal due to the fact that medalists will be eligible for the Pan Am Games. When asked about the Pan Am Games to Queen City Kings, they said they have not thought that far ahead.
It was a call on the last play. And the first turnover of the game in favor of Silverback. We will look for the first score and the first break of the game. This game having 2 observers. So the stall getting high. Quick reset on the open side. And another turnover, incompleted pass, miscued by Silverback.
Yeah, the wind has definitely picked up, and it is more upwind, downwind, wind coming from right to left on your screen. So Queen City has the wind with them.
So great reset, long pass, targeting number 31 in the end zone, but it is caught. Is it in?
Oh, great toe in.
Confirmed by the observer. First point of the game, Queen City Kings leading by 1.
Yeah, Queen City Kings just came off a week at World Masters Club in Winnipeg. They finished 15th. Unfortunately, they had a few injuries at that tournament, so they are down to 17 players, just over the roster cap, which allows them to pick up extra players.
It's always challenging in a season when you have 2 big tournaments, like a World and a National Championship, like within less than a month.
Yeah, the double peak is a real thing, and unfortunately for them, it's so much closer compared to, for instance, the U.S. teams with the Worlds and then club championships happening much later in the season.
Alors nous sommes à Brampton, au championnat canadien d'Ultimate édition 2018. Merci d'être avec nous. Nous présentons en ce moment même un match à la catégorie Open Master qui oppose le Silverback de Hamilton au Queen City Kings de Regina. Donc l'équipe de Regina étant classée numéro 2 sur les 6 équipes Master. Et Silverback avec les chandails foncés qui est classé numéro 3 de cette division Open Master. Merci d'être avec nous. Great pull by Queen City Kings. Silverback looking to score their first point with the O-line. Nice cuts in. Looking for a reset.
Unfortunate drop right there. Although I do like the somersaulting, tumbling roll to try to get the possession again.
As you might not very well see, but probably hear, it's quite windy on the field. As you mentioned, Nico, the wind has picked up in the last hour or so. We saw it in the last minutes of the previous game, which featured 2 women's team, Venus and Koi. So the last 15 minutes, I say, of the games were pretty windy. So that's something we can expect as we are midday here in Brampton. So some discussion going around, but the disc is back into action. Great reset job by Queen City Kings. White jerseys. Nice cut in from number 77, Corin Derkach. There's a pick call.
So we were told that Jody Langan, 81, the person with the disc in their hands, was an O-line handler. However, it seems that he has been transferred to the D-line, but everything's going through him, so I think it's a good decision.
We're still discussing to see how do we reposition after the pick call. Observers is supporting, so everybody is settled now. So the disc will go back into play. So Langan with the disc, and there was another, I believe, was that a violation or a pick call?
Hard to see. I wish they used their hand signals. I mean, they were just at Worlds.
That's something that was very helpful.
It is very helpful.
Just doing your signal with your hand, so if you're a webcaster or enjoying a webcast, you can see what the call is all about. Sometimes it takes some time. But it helps in the understanding of the game, and also for the players on the field, just to know what's happening.
Oh, nice D.
Great defense by number 30, Jared Stewart.
Yeah. And great throw. Definitely using that downwind to help it. A timeout call.
Great timeout call. Just short, about 5 yards short of the end zone. There was no option for Stewart to kind of try to do a reset or attempt to score a point. So he said, well, let's take this opportunity to make sure our O-line is doing its job and score a point to tie this game to 1.
Yeah, sometimes I am weary about those kind of end zone timeout calls, just because it depends on your momentum. But I do think that the O-line looked a little bit tired, so it's good to get a rest.
Still, we are early in the game, so second point, already calling a timeout. So depending on how the game goes, sometimes you wish you had that timeout later in the game, depending on the output, on the scores, and on the momentum you either have or don't have. So
feels like it's getting gustier now. Still in the same direction from right to left on your screen.
Your webcaster are doing a little gymnastic to make sure their papers are not flying away.
Yes, unfortunately, we do not have any tape at the moment.
Alors Silverback, en chandail foncé, en position d'inscrire leur premier point de ce match. Leur ligne offensive étant sur le terrain, viennent d'appeler un temps mort. Environ à 5 ou 7 verges de la zone de points. On voit Queen City Kings, pardonnez-moi, de Regina qui se positionne en défensive presque de zone.
Looks like a poachy look from Queen City Kings, probably to disrupt the flow from the timeout. Oh, and that disc just sails out of bounds, probably carried by the wind.
Good decision, but a little short in the execution, a little too high. And as you mentioned, Nico, the wind more likely picked it up. So another opportunity for the white jerseys to score a second point, and that would be the first break point of this game.
Nice throw. Sometimes cutters like to move too much, but it's nice when you just hit someone open when they're just standing still.
A nice flow, nice pass, and a little too far away, a little too much gas. Surprisingly, because it was going upwind, and I really thought that the number 77.
Yeah, I think the edge on that disc just didn't allow the disc to float even when going upwind. So unfortunately, the player just couldn't make a bid on it.
So Silverback playing kind of a horizontal stack to get some opportunities, but a drop here at their own doorstep of the end zone. So let's see if Queen City Kings can leverage that opportunity.
Yeah, break would be good.
And
nice
there
grab.
It is.
Yeah.
Second point, but first break point of this game. Queen City Kings taking the lead 2-0.
That's 81 to 7, I believe. John Schmidt.
So before the game, when we asked the captain James Topinka, who were the key players, he said he mentioned John Schmidt as one of their key strikers. So I guess he delivers. Surprisingly, was on the D line for this point, but he's well known for his striking skills.
Queen City what they might be doing is something that some new teams have been developing, which is instead of having specific O and D lines, they have an upwind, downwind line. and they put their stronger players on the upwind line, and hopefully their other players can get the downwind break for that 2-point swing.
Very interesting information, Nico. And you know, there's different approach of ultimates. You say, okay, do you want your O line to have some chemistry, or you want your best player to be on your O line because they have to play solidly if they're losing the disc? So different approach, and I guess it depends on your team rosters and on the level of skills that you have amongst your players.
Yeah.
So 2-0 for the white jerseys.
That's a great float to the pole. I'm a big fan of more floaty pulls as opposed to just a hard, fast, far pull.
How important is that hang time, eh?
Yeah, it's very important, I find, for especially just getting your defense down. It's much more intimidating, I think, when your defense is set just as you catch the pull.
Silverback doing some great work.
Oh, good toe in.
Resetting. Nice field awareness. And number 12.
Kevin Pye.
Silverback looking for their first point. Nice pass and run by number 2, Brian Capelin. And
Seems to be some discussion about whether it was up or down.
It was pretty tight from our point of view, at least.
Yeah,
Let's see if the observers
will step in.
Alors, on vous rappelle qu'on est à Brampton, le championnat canadien d'Ultimate édition 2018. On regarde présentement un match qui oppose deux équipes dans la division Open Master. Donc, Silverback de Hamilton à Queen City Kings de Regina. Sur la dernière séquence, le disque aurait été attrapé, mais Queen City Kings conteste cette décision. On croit que ça a touché le sol. Silverback qui cherche à inscrire son premier point dans ce match. Et l'observer se tranche. Ça sera un revirement en faveur des chandails blancs. So turnover.
Yeah.
The observers are claiming. So another opportunity for Queen City Kings to have a second straight break point early in that first half of this game. And you can hear the wind picking up.
Looks like there was some violation of some sort. That's Jared Wallishin with a disc.
Nice reset. So far the observers have been involved quite a bit early in this first half of the game. If I compare to the previous game, the women's division, the observers, I think they were involved in one or two decisions throughout the whole game.
Oh,
the output was different,
nice.
Obviously.
Oh, nice grab from 33, Greg Hazel.
And Queen City Kings taking the lead 3-0, but there was a call on the play, I believe.
Not sure what call would have been made. Maybe an offensive foul of some sort. Just not sure what would have affected the play.
Let's see if there was. I think that it looks based on the number, the Silverback player reenactment, that there might have been an offensive foul while the handler was pivoting.
Yeah, Jeff Azard is doing his best acting, giving a pantomime of what exactly happened.
You have to be multi-skilled when you play Ultimate. You have to throw, run, and sometimes reenact what happened.
I suggest everyone to take an improv class, get really into character.
Maybe we will see that in a training camp in the near future. Like, how good is your acting?
Yeah. But it's got to be convincing. It can't be like the Italy players or Spaniard players when they in soccer. It's got to be more convincing than that.
You're absolutely right. It seems like there was indeed an offensive foul, so this went back where it was. So no goal.
Nice IO throw from number 10, Tyler Thurmeyer.
Queen City King threatening about 20 yards of the end zone, but
throw away from number 8, Trevor Troy. He is showing off his ginger intelligence there.
Miscommunication here. So Silverback as O-line has an opportunity to score their first game, but the wind is really picking up, so they will have to go upwind or main of the field. Nice break pass.
Another call. I'm assuming it's a travel call.
It seems maybe he has his pivot foot on the line, and the line is outside of the field. So the observer says, well, got to make sure you stay within the field.
Yeah.
Travel call. Confirmed by the observers.
Yeah. I'm just not sure if the observer has ruled on this travel or not. Contested. Observer ruling is not travel.
Alors, l'observateur vient de trancher qu'il n'y a pas eu d'appel de marché là-dessus. Le joueur était bel et bien à l'intérieur du terrain. C'est une possession en faveur de Silverchair, les chandails foncés.
Silverback's offense is a little interesting. It looks like a hoe, except in the hoes I've played, we generally have all players stay quite shallow, but number 19, Leon Cox, is quite far deep, so I'm not sure if they're trying to do maybe like a huck and pin sort of situation.
Considering the wind that really now we're picking up, it would be surprising, but okay, now he's coming in. Silverback being forced backhand.
Nice grab from number 3, Patrick Fox. Oh, and just lasers that reset, and unfortunately it constitutes a drop. 13's off to the races. Ryan Ziegler, but no one throws to him.
A little scuba to get some flow, and Queen City Kings scoring their third point of the game, second break point in a row, leading now 3-0 versus Silverback.
Scored by Mitch Carlson, number 74.
It's definitely not the start that you want if you're on the Silverback side, trailing by 3 early in the first half. Still, there is a lot of time to catch up and a lot of alternate to be played, so nothing to panic about, but you will need to put some points on the scoreboard sooner than later if you want to stay in the race. So in the Master Division, there's 6 teams. So aside of the Queen City Kings and the Silverbacks, ranked number 2 and 3, there's also Borderline and Ensom that are respectively ranked number 1 and number 4 that also shoots for a medal. So all those 4 teams expect to go back home with some hardwares in their luggage. Unfortunately, there will only be 3 teams that will get some great souvenirs from this 2018 Canadian Championship edition.
Yeah. So since there are only 6 teams, I believe the format is they will have 5 pool play games, in which then the top 2 get a bye to semifinals, and the bottom 4 duke it out in a quarter sort of situation.
You are absolutely right.
And I will say, it is, even with the wind, it's also extremely hot. And since they're playing on turf, I wouldn't be surprised if their feet are feeling really hot, which could definitely affect the game more so than you would think.
Becky was mentioning earlier that when you play on turf, it's up to 10 degrees hotter than if you play on the natural grass. So it can be affecting your game, definitely.
Oh, and then there's another call. That was a nice throw from Jason Frost.
And just prior to that, a nice pull also, upwind with nice floating time.
Yeah.
Silverback at the break point below, and another unforced error.
Yeah, that's Patrick Tuck. Yeah. I think that's the problem right now with Silverbacks, is that they're just getting these unforced errors, you know. Although I do think that Queen City Kings is applying a lot of pressure. So, but it is unfortunate that most of these turns have come from drops.
And Queen City Kings have punished Silverback every time they have the unforced error so far. So great handling by the white jerseys. Stuck on the sideline, trying to reset in the middle, which they are achieving pretty well so far. Silverback defending themselves.
Oh, nice grab from 7.
Nice.
It looked like Ricardo Del Cid had the better play on the disc, but John Schmidt was definitely thinking, no, that's mine. Another pick call.
Number 81, Jody Langan, which is their key handler. I'm just surprised so far that Silverback is still allowing him to stay as a reset. Don't see why they're not pushing it upward. So now another point by Queen City Kings.
Greg Smith with the hammer, upwind.
Nice pass, nice reading, nice chemistry so far with the Queen City Kings, who are now leading 4-0. So
Yeah.
their third consecutive break point early in this game. So yeah, as we were mentioning, number 81 from Queen City Kings,
Jody Langan.
Jody Langan, yeah, which is their main handler. I'm surprised that Silverbacks defense had not adjusted and just pushing it, like, don't allow him an easy
Yeah.
reset, because he's been doing an excellent job as just, having the disc moving around.
Yeah, he's getting everything he wants.
Yeah.
Fun fact
So-
about Jody Langan, he is currently in the World Championships for beard growing. I am honestly not sure if that's a real thing, but that is what Queen City Kings told me. And Jody then proceeded to describe how it has to be all natural, can't have extensions, can't wax. His beard is very full, and it's looking good. I hope he wins. Or medals.
At least.
Yeah.
Top three.
Top three.
Top three. So I'd say so far, I'd give him probably the best beard I've seen so far in this national championship.
Oh, that's good. I mean, I will say there hasn't been much competition with the junior boys. So we have to get another Open Masters game out and see if anyone has a really nice beard. There is someone on Max Power, I believe, who could give him a run for his money, although I don't think he's entered in the World Championships of beard growing. So
I guess the medal ceremony for that beard championship will more likely happen Saturday night during the tournament party.
yeah,
Looking forward
definitely
to
worth
it.
a free beer.
Nice disc movement by Silverback.
Oh, and
throwing a
then-
nice, long, flowing throw, which will be
Caught.
caught in the end zone. Silverback scoring their first point of this game. with
That's
their
run down
O-line.
by Aaron Louie.
Nice disc movement, just a few short passes, getting momentum and just finding hole to throw that nice backhand long hawk upwind to score the first point for Silverback. So that's kind of a relief
Yeah,
on
it
their
is a
side,
relief,
because they've
yeah.
been broken 3 times so far in this game. So
And it is the upwind hold, so hopefully they can just put a really strong D line, put a lot of pressure, and force Queen City Kings to make a mistake and get the downwind punch.
that's the thing, when you get broken 3 times in a row, don't have the opportunity to put some pressure with your D-line, and your offense is being stretched and being stressed to play, and you have to adapt, because your O-line will more likely not play 3 points in a row. So a good relief for Silverback. Will have the opportunity to put some pressure on Queen City Kings O-line.
Brian Kaplan getting ready with the pull.
Alors c'est 4-1 en faveur de Queen City Kings, et Silverback qui vient d'inscrire son premier point avec sa ligne offensive. Alors ils auront l'opportunité de mettre leur ligne défensive de Silverback aura l'opportunité de mettre de la pression sur la ligne offensive de Queen City Kings pour la deuxième fois plutôt de ce match. Le premier point, ils avaient commencé en défensive aussi.
Interesting. Oh, looks like there's an offside call. Oh, and Queen City still wants to play the point. Interesting that Kaplan decided to go with a flick bladey pull. He's going downwind. I thought he would want to use that to his advantage with something with a lot of hang time.
You're right.
But, I do like the idea of a bladey pull, especially if it rolls out to the sideline and get him trapped there.
Right.
Although I don't think with him pulling flick, as he's a lefty, that would really be an option. So we'll see if he does the same thing again.
Very good point. So depending on your strategy, you can pull accordingly. So let's see what our Silverbacks plan here.
And same thing, bladey flick pull. Probably, maybe he gets a good roll. Oh, nice stop. By... unsure. 7.
Queen City Kings in possession. Their O-line.
Nice grab. I believe that is also 7, John Schmidt.
A little bumping on the mark here, but no call.
Oh, and Topinka sends it. Oh, great D.
It was a great decision by the captain, Topinka.
Yeah.
But I guess his pass just was lack of gas, and with the upwind,
Yeah.
gave an opportunity. This was actually out, but the defender took a good decision to just, put it out of reach.
Patrick
Make
Fox
sure.
with that D.
Great D by Fox. So Silverback with an opportunity to score their first break point of this game,
Yeah.
and to reduce the gap. They're trailing by 3 right now.
Queen City is looking a little bit poachy right now. They have 5 in the lanes. Rob Helick.
I have the impression that Silverbacks' O line has been a little messy so far. They don't have rhythm. There's a lot of resets near the end zone, which is clogging everything. So they will more likely have to clean their game on offense if they expect to stay competitive in that game and in the tournament.
And Langan just puts it in play immediately, and Queen City is already off. I will say I think the Silverbacks had really good handler movement, but the cutters are a little stagnant, which makes it hard for them to, for the handlers to figure out where to throw. So it definitely looked like that was just like a Hail Mary pass into the downwind end zone.
So great saving by number 7, John Schmidt.
Pass to Topinka.
Nice attacking the line.
Langan with the hammer.
And it's a point by Queen City Kings. We now lead 5-1.
And that's to Jeff Ewan.
So the second opportunity for Silverback for their D line to put pressure on the Queen City Kings off O-line. They got a few turnovers but could not take advantage of it, unfortunately. So they will have to find some solution if they want to stay. It's already 5-1. So you don't want to play catch-up ultimate too long in this tournament because it can be pretty punishing.
Yeah, this is their second game of the day, although it looked like Silverbacks had a tough game against Max Power. I believe they were down at half. Meanwhile, Queen City Kings seemed to take the Viper game pretty handedly. Finished quite early. They were just hanging out in the nice tented area by the beer gardens, just behind.
Alors c'est 5-1 pour Queen City Kings contre Silverback. Queen City Kings qui a déjà inscrit 3 points bris dans ce match. Et là, pour Silverback, là, ils vont jouer du Ultimate de rattrapage, chose qu'on veut éviter absolument, particulièrement au championnat canadien, connaissant le calibre des équipes. Mais comme tout autre sport, il y a la notion de momentum qui peut changer à tout moment. On l'a déjà vu précédemment, là, entre autres le match précédent qui opposait Ensom à Borderline. Ensom qui menait 6-1 en première demi et qui finalement a perdu le match malheureusement 15-11.
Wallishin with the pull. And Queen City still out in their sort of poachy look.
Silverback seems to play kind of an isolation game to start with. Now trying to get some flow going upwind. Quick reset.
Good grab to Stewart.
Great pressure from number 31.
That's Gordon Chu with the disc right now. He centers it to Wilkin. Oh, and there's a call again.
So great venues here in Brampton. Great weather, pretty hot, but that's what you want during summer.
Yeah, unfortunately there are some kind of ominous looking clouds rolling in. Hopefully we do not get hit with the thunderstorm that they have been predicting, knock on wood.
There was another call, another pick call. You see Silverback kind of a messy offense. It drives some pick call. Just need to get some timing of their cutters.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what kind of look they're doing. It's sort of, right now it's an L, which is neither a hoe or a vert.
I guess we'd call it organic offense.
Flow, as they always tell me. Oh, nice grab.
It was just shy of
That
the
was
end zone.
Scott?
Looking for, whoa, now it's a floating disc. It's everybody's disc.
Oh,
Silverback had the opportunity, but it was a foul call. But it was a foul call by Queen City Kings. But since it's a turnover, there's no impact, so it will be Kings disc.
Wallishin walking up.
So still 4 points apart between those two teams. Nice reset. Losing a few yards, but still keeping possession. You see there's much more discipline into Queen City Kings vertical stack. Oh, nice bid
Just a little too far.
by Graham Ains,
yeah.
number 31. A little too far. Still probably the disc here, not the disc, but the wind just picked up the disc a few yards further away.
Yeah.
Giving Silverback another opportunity to score a second point in this game. They're trailing 1-5 as of we talk.
Oh, almost Callahan territory right there. But 45. Frost is able to come down with it.
And it's a floating disc. Nice grab, nice positioning here by number 5.
All right, that is the lightning horn, I believe.
Was a nice long pass. So the observers, it says it goes back, but since, as you mentioned, there's a lightning alert, so all the games will be suspended. So are we. We will put our webcast on hold. We'll be right back once that lightning alert has moved away. So stay with us. We'll be back as soon as possible. Thank you.